Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jumpa lagi di channel The Cover Komplit. Semoga teman-teman dalam keadaan sehat semua, selalu dalam lindungan Tuhan, dan semoga dilancarkan dalam segala urusan. Amin. Iya, lagi-lagi Putri Ariani. Kali ini seorang pelatih vokal profesional yang sangat cantik memeriksa dan menganalisa penampilan Putri Ariani di ajang Amerika Got Talent. Sepertinya beliau begitu detail dalam memeriksa penampilan Putri Ariani. Oke, bagaimana pendapat beliau dan gimana reaksinya? Tanpa berlama-lama lagi, langsung saja kita simak videonya.
Hey everybody, it's your online singing coach back again today with a new reaction. Today, by popular request, lots and lots of comments have come in and I have heard your voices. So I've seen in the comments that Putri won Indonesia's Got Talent at the age of 8, and here she is on America's Got Talent, looking older than 8 years old. Let's see where she's been, what she's up to, and what this golden buzzer moment is all about.
Are these your parents?
Yes!
And what are you gonna do on AGT?
I'm going to be singing and playing a piano.
Oh, you're gonna be singing!
Yeah. My biggest challenge is people look at me just as a blind person, not as a musician. But when I'm singing, I feel like a superstar. Hello!
Hello! Thank you for coming to AGT. What is your name?
My name is Putri Ariani. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Indonesia.
17, okay. So yes, this is a good 9 years after winning Indonesia's Got Talent.
Very first time, I'm so excited. I love all the thing in here.
What?
I can just hear her voice is very musical. The way she's talking, and it is almost like it's singing right now.
What is your talent?
I am a singer.
How long you been singing?
Maybe since I was born.
And what is your dream?
My dream is being the biggest diva in the world, like win the Houston and win a Grammy Award.
Oh, wow.
Good one, good one. All right, here we go with the... Just taking a moment.
Mari
It's
kita
always good to compose yourself.
Putri Ariani bernyanyi sambil memainkan piano.
I remember when we still
What?
you love your voice and your bright eyes. We together in this love. Promise we'll forever.
Unexpected.
And now you left me alone. 'Cause you'll find someone better. You went that way with her. And one thing I know.
Oh, okay. This is really beautiful so far. So I was just talking about how her speaking voice had a lilt to it. It had melody, and what's interesting here is that her singing voice is quite different from her speaking voice. I was expecting a different tone based on the way she was speaking. In her singing voice, it's more mature sounding. It's warmer. It's more forward resonance. She sounded like a 17-year-old or even younger when she's speaking. And now when she's singing, her voice is mature. It could be a 25-year-old, a 35-year-old. And it's just a beautiful tone. I love the traces of vibrato. I love the expressive elements that she's bringing into the vocal so far, like the cry sound. Really beautiful so far.
You break my heart, break my hope, make me so down in loneliness. You left me when I did. Thought you were my best friend, being my prince, but I was so wrong. Oh baby, you changed your pain into the blue.
way she came off that last note. I loved how she came off of it, but I was also really excited and surprised that she went up there to that high note, because she was already in a very powerful place in her mix range, that nasopharyngeal resonance space. And you might have even noticed she didn't open up her mouth that much for the first couple notes of that placement, because she was very, very tapped into the feeling of the resonance there. It was a very focused tone right in there. Then she opened up into that beautiful high B, came down. Let's hear that moment again and continue on.
Oh, baby, you change your pain into the blue.
So expressive. And if we go back a little bit further here to the beginning of what I'm assuming is the chorus, I'm not familiar with this song.
You break my heart, break my hope, make me.
That first phrase is so beautiful. There's a lot of expression coming into this. With those cry sounds on the first phrase, you break my heart. And then she specifically flipped into a falsetto voice for the next phrase. Da, da, da. And this is a great pop technique. Some pop singers can use that falsetto sound as a tool and use it when they want to for effect, and then come into a fuller, stronger mixed tone for a different effect. And that's exactly what Putri does right here. So you can hear on the second time, she does not flip into the falsetto sound. So listen here.
Oh, you are my best friend, being my prince, but I was so wrong.
Yeah, so it's the same notes there, but now she's mixing it instead of flipping it into that light, breathy falsetto tone. Something interesting that I kind of want to point out too, consciously or subconsciously, every single singer has influences. And we listen and we watch. So she doesn't have the watch element, and yet she's expressing with her face as if she's been studying. And it just goes to show how much singing from the heart, singing with emotion, just comes through, whether you've been able to see it, to study it or not. It's just coming through for Putri Ariani, and I think that's so cool. And let's keep going.
Detail sekali ya teman-teman.
Oh, baby, you change your pain into the blue. You break my heart, break my heart.
Beautiful.
Make me so down and alone.
Beautiful.
You break my heart, break my
Nice
heart.
contrast.
Make me so down in a loneliness.
Yes.
You let me when I'm in love. I was so wrong.
Yeah. Hey now.
Oh, yes!
We're going back to that note in a second. That was beautiful. Okay, so we know a golden buzzer moment's coming up. I just want to talk about, she mentioned Whitney, and you know, I could hear Whitney singing this song. It sounds a little bit like a Whitney ballad. Putri has a very different tone from Whitney, but this song feels like a Whitney song. So I think there's definitely some influence in Putri's vocal style happening here. Those riffs that started to happen more in the second half of the song, that's where I was starting to feel that vibe. I can also hear some other like diva singers kind of floating around the air in Putri's voice here, just in terms of a really developed, powerful mixed voice, the dynamic variety and contrast. That's another diva capability. So anyways, it also reminds me a little bit of Demi Lovato in terms of those capabilities. Okay, so let's see. This must have impressed Simon, even though his face didn't say much, but we know how Simon can be. He tends to be stone-faced. So let's see what happens here.
Thank you.
See, that's that sweet voice again. Her speaking voice, very sweet.
What's he doing there?
I don't know.
I just said to Putri, I like her voice so much.
Thank
I
you
want
so
her
much,
to
Simon.
sing a second song, please.
Now, I don't know if this happens usually on the show, that they are asked to do a second song, but I would say it's a promising sign. I mean, we already know from the title that she gets a golden buzzer moment. So let's see how she delivers on this second song.
This song is special for you, Simon.
Well, thank you.
Parents must be a bundle of nerves.
What I gotta do to make you love me?
Good song.
What I gotta do to make you care?
Starting sweet, but I feel it's gonna grow.
What do I
Yeah.
do when lightning strikes me?
Oh, stunning.
And I wake to find that you're not there.
Oh! These first three phrases of this song, each line gave me something different. The first line was just setting up the song. Second line that began with the cry, why, started to raise up the intensity. The third line, she started to sing stronger through the course of that line. It was a crescendo. It's just setting up this song so well. There's restraint in that first line. That takes control, especially in a setting like this where you know you have to wow the crowd. She's letting it build, and that restraint ultimately makes the song so much more powerful. Let's keep going.
What a voice.
What I gotta do to make you want me? What I gotta do to be heard? What do I say when it's all over, baby?
Yeah. So a little grit there. A little growl.
Sorry seems to be the hardest word. It's sad, so sad. It's a sad, sad situation.
Beautiful mix.
And it's getting more and more absurd.
Ooh, little rearticulation there. Now, who are these two ladies here, and why are they mic'd and none of the rest of the audience is? I'm sorry if I should know who they are. I don't know who they are, but it's kind of cracking me up that this one young lady's giving commentary on a mic and the rest of the audience isn't. So is she like part of the show, or do just random audience members get to interject commentary? It's kind of like she's a reactor. She's a live studio audience reactor. Does she have a reaction channel? And then on the It's a Sad, Sad Situation, she's really tapped into that mixed voice again there. And then I think I heard another little growl there. Situation, whatever it was. Again, that's a Whitney thing. Don't you remember how Whitney would do those growls? I can really hear how Putri's been influenced and is a fan of Whitney's.
It's sad, so sad. Why can't we talk it over?
Yes.
Oh, it seems to me.
Ooh. Oh, yes.
Sorry seems to be
Another good crescendo. Crescendo, decrescendo. Yes! Everyone was quiet for a second. Everyone was just shocked, I think, like, whoa! So on the word hardest, that high note was a high G. I talk about, on my reaction videos, I talk about how a high E flat E, those are hard notes to mix. She was up on a G. Let's do the math there. 1, 2, 3 half steps higher than what's already challenging. So the fact that she mixed that high note a la Demi Lovato, who I was just talking about, who has an exceptionally high, powerful mix range. Woo! Amazing. And such beautiful and nuanced expression. And it was followed, this high G was followed with another rearticulation. That's a that sound. And then again, the way she released that last word. Let's check out the whole last lick. Yeah, that release, just a big release of emotion there. Wow. No wonder the audience is just like, this. I have this paused right now with a guy with his mouth wide open. Totally. I think everyone in the audience is feeling that feeling right there. We just saw the amazing performance. We know it's going to happen, but let's just watch it real fast so we can celebrate with Putri.
Ya, itulah tadi reaksinya. Sepertinya guru vokal profesional ini begitu menyukai suara indahnya Putri Ariani. Oke, cukup sekian dulu video kali ini. Sampai jumpa lagi di kesempatan selanjutnya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.